Vandeham Shri Guru Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsam.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to the 67th episode of Paripraśna. And as far as I know, this is the only podcast in the whole world about Srimad Bhagavatam. So, where we systematically discuss scriptures. We have already done Bhagavad Gita, and now we are continuing to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in this episode, our objective is to discuss the last 3 chapters of Canto 4 of Srimad Bhagavatam. But what did we discuss in the previous episode? Previous 2 episodes, we were going through this very deep, interesting allegorical story of Puranjana as narrated by the great Narada Muni to Prachina Barhisha. So we already closed the loop on the Puranjana story that he became a woman in the next life, Vaidarbhi, and then she married Malayadwaja, who actually symbolically represented spiritual master. And by serving her guru with the guru bhakti that she displayed, she went back home, back to Godhead. So now in this episode, we are going to close 2 more loops. The other loop was what is going to happen to Prachina Barhi, who was hearing this allegorical story. So what is his destination? And then the other loop that we are going to close is Prachetas. Remember, we started with Prachetas and there was a slight diversion to Prachina Barhisha. So what is going to happen with Prachetas? What are they up to? So that also we will see. So we have a lot of ground to cover. So the 3 chapters are chapter number 29, which is titled Talks Between Narada and King Prachina Barhi. And then chapter 30, the activities of the Prachetas. And the very last chapter of Canto 4, chapter number 31, Narada instructs the Prachetas. And as always, to take us deep into the waters of Srimad Bhagavatam and help us discover all these wonderful gems in the form of lessons that we can learn, we have with us His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurav Pracharak Swami Maharaj. So Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj, with your kind permission, this chapter 29 is quite a long chapter actually, with about 85 or 81 verses. So, but up until like about 41, 42 verses, Maharaj, here Narada Muni is actually giving the spiritual explanation of all the different characters that came in the Puranjana story. But you have already taken us through that in the last 2 episodes. So I don't think we need to revisit that. So anybody who wants that understanding, they can watch the previous episodes. So I am going to start from the middle of chapter number 29, Maharaj, if you're okay with that.
Okay.
So Maharaj, getting into 47th verse here, I'll just quote the shloka and then ask the question. Tasmat karma subarhishman ajnanad artakashishu mata drishtim krita shrotra sparshish asprishta vastushu. My dear King Barhishman, you should never out of ignorance take to the Vedic rituals or to fruitive activity which may be pleasing to hear about or which may appear to be the goal of self-interest. You should never take these to be the ultimate goal of life. So Maharaj, this instruction that Narad Muni is giving to King Prachina Barhisha, he's telling, leave all this fruitive activity. This is not the ultimate goal of life. You take up bhakti. Now, this very same instruction, he could have very well given right in the beginning. But what is the strategy that was used very effectively by Narad Muni? That the whole allegorical story, 2-3 chapters, and now he is coming to the point of telling him, give up fruitive activity and you take up bhakti and take that as the ultimate goal of life.
It is like hit the iron when it is hot. So when the iron is hot, when you hit, you can mold it. And the same hammer you put on a iron which is cold, then you will not get the desired result.
Okay.
Rather, it will boomerang. You will be distracted. If you take the hammer and hit on iron, then your hands get the pain, or maybe it will break. So even also there is another saying in English, you nail it, means you have to hammer exactly at a particular point, then only nail goes. Otherwise, you'll hit on your fingers,
Yes.
and it can't happen.
Mhm.
So you had to bring a person to the point where he can stand.
Mm.
Even in logic, in Nyaya Shastra, it's something called Nigrahastan. That is, you bring a person to the point of acceptance and surrender. Then you can speak.
Mhm.
So when a person is either too depressed
Uh-huh.
or too much into sense enjoyment,
Mhm.
these two people will not hear what you say.
Mm.
If you see Narada, he saw Prachinabhari into total sense enjoyment. So he thought, let me bring him to the platform of goodness where he can hear, number one.
Mhm.
The same Narada, Nangira,
Mhm.
about Chitraketu,
Yes.
he was also a lot of desire. At the same time, he lost his son. Then also he gave the knowledge, but he couldn't understand.
Mm.
But in his son spoke, then he understood.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is called Nigrahastan. That means you bring a person to the point of accepting, then you can
Mm.
speak the truth.
Mm.
Otherwise, if you speak the truth, you say, what are you telling me?
Mhm.
Isn't it? That's it.
Along similar lines, not only is Narad Muni speaking the truth now, getting Prachina Barhi to be ready to take it, also here in the 49th verse, my dear king, the entire world is covered with the sharp points of kusha grass, and on the strength of this, you have become proud because you have killed various types of animals in sacrifices. Because of your foolishness, you do not know that devotional service is the only way one can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You cannot understand this fact. Your only activity should be those that can please the personality of Godhead. Our education should be such that we can become elevated to Krishna consciousness. So Maharaj not only speaking the truth, the tone he is using, he is directly calling him a fool. Because of your foolishness, you have done all this, you are proud. So, what gives the liberty to a preacher to address somebody like this? Like even Prabhupada, many a times he used to call scientists and other people as rascals and all that. And Prabhupada could get away with that, but I don't think, normally most of us can do that. So, what qualifies a preacher to use this kind of direct name calling and give them what they need to hear?
It is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are in a very good relationship, you can use any word.
Mm-hmm.
You can use any word if you are in
Mm-hmm.
good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in good relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have a strong relationship, you cannot use this word. It all depends on how other person is so surrendered to you,
Mm-hmm.
how the other person is so affectionate to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Radharani tells Krishna, you are a cheater
Mm-hmm.
because that love is there.
Mm-hmm.
So even in this world also we find the husband wife they fight, and two brothers they also fight. They use all kinds of, but they are happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
So here the guru disciple, when the guru sees the disciple is surrendered enough, then he starts holding them. That and the guru takes the guilt of scolding the disciple. The disciple should be so happy that that means my guru has a lot of faith in me that in spite of his scolding, he shows that I will not leave him. The guru is praising the disciple. That means what? Oh, he may leave if I scold him. So he's praising. Keep him. So that's how it is. So all relationship.
Yeah, very nice, quite instructive. So moving forward, Maharaj, here in the 52nd verse, Narad Muni is continuing to speak. Narada uvacha prashna evam hi sanchinno bhavatah purusharshabha atra me vadato guhyam nishamaya sunishchitam. The great saint Narada continued, O great personality, I have replied properly about all that you have asked me. Now hear another narration that is accepted by saintly persons and is very confidential. So what is that narration? I'll just read the translation. My dear king, please search out that deer who is engaged in eating grass in a very nice flower garden along with his wife. That deer is very much attached to his business and he is enjoying the sweet singing of the bumblebees in his garden. Just try to understand his position. He is unaware that before him is a tiger. which is accustomed to living at the cost of another's flesh. Behind the deer is a hunter who is threatening to pierce him with sharp arrows. Thus, the deer's death is imminent. So, Maharaj, this small narration, brief narration that Narada is giving. So, who is this deer? His wife. He is busy enjoying here, and there is a tiger in the front, and there is a hunter behind. So, what does all this indicate?
So the garden where the deer is there is actually a household life.
Mm-hmm.
And in the household life, you have women and others, and family members. They are like the flowers, and you have nice, wonderful aroma. But over a period of time, what happens? It becomes order. A lot of order comes out. A lot of bad man comes out. It's old age,
Mm-hmm.
and it is the nature of the old age.
Mm-hmm.
Also, life is to be interested in the grass, which is very insignificant.
Mm-hmm.
And a person who is very much absorbed in having a relationship with a wife, he is actually very much attached to it. Attachment. That's a deer which is attached. The person is attached. So there are wolves which are hiding behind, and these are compared to the time which is taking away all his lifespan. Lifespan is decreased by the wolves. And we have this enjoying mentality of the deer. That is like you go from one place to other place, you try to enjoy this all. And death is coming. Tiger is there. Death is coming. So he gives another analogy, allegorical story, to so that he can understand what is the condition of a household life.
Okay, so he's giving
So
him that
if you
love.
want to get out of this situation, then you have to get out of this household life. So he's instructing you have to get out to create renunciation if you want to escape death. Otherwise, the tiger is there, wolf is there, and you are thinking that everything is fine.
Yes. Nice. So Maharaj, moving to 56th verse here. So in about 3-4 verses here from 56 to 59, Prachina Barhi is asking a question. So let's see what he's asking. Rajo vacha shrutam anvikshitam brahman bhagavan yad abhashata naitajjanantyupadhyayah kim na bruyur viduryadi. The king replied, my dear Brahmana, whatever you have said I have heard with great attention, and considering all of it, have come to the conclusion that the acharyas, the teachers who engaged me in fruitive activity, did not know this confidential knowledge. If they were aware of it, why did they not explain to me? So like this, I'll maybe skip one verse. I'll get to 59th verse here. The expert knowers of the Vedic conclusions say that one enjoys or suffers the results of his past activities, but practically it is seen that the body that performed the work in the last birth is already lost. So, how is it possible to enjoy or suffer the reactions of that work in a different body? So, Maharaj, what exactly is he asking here, and what is the answer that is going to be given by Narad Muni?
He says that many teachers are there in my past, but none of them told me all these things. They did not explain to me. Then he says that samshayotrato me vipra. So sanchinastat krito mahan. You have delivered me from all the samshayas. Your teachings have completely delivered me from all kinds of doubts which I had. And even great sages are actually bewildered by this. So he's expressing his indebtedness to Narada to So for speaking this kind of a story by which he came out of all illusion.
Mhm.
And then he confirms, yes, when I was studying the Vedas, I was also understanding something behind the Vedas. That is what you have spoken now.
Mm.
Externally, the Vedas talk about the fruitive activity, that is karma. But behind that karma, there is adhyatma, there is actually spiritual life. That is why he says that the Vedas uh, paroksham na prakashate. Paroksham na prakashate. So Vedas externally talk about this karma, but actually the hidden meaning, that is jnana, na prakashate, they are not told. They're
Mm.
not described. Now you explicitly this kind of word. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So, in answer to this, about 19 verses, a good number of verses are invested by Narad Muni to explain about transmigration of the soul. So, if you can explain it in your own words, what he's trying to convey essentially.
Essentially, Narada is trying to convey the distinction between body and soul. Body has got gross body and the subtle body.
Mhm.
Now, because of ignorance, one identifies himself to the body. Like when one is sleeping, he sees some dreams. And he thinks that I am that person who is experiencing the pleasure and the pain.
Mhm.
And he thinks that I am the person who is running when a tiger is attacking me. And
Mhm.
I am the person who is happy when somebody is praising me. So he talks about chitta,
Mhm.
which is actually not the soul, but it is the contaminated state of consciousness which is experiencing all these pleasure and pain. Ultimately, uh, the dukkha shamana, the destruction of happiness, is also illusion because there is no the destruction of misery. That is also illusion because the soul is neither happy nor distressed.
Mhm.
So there are many sources, many ways by which you can reduce your distress.
Mhm.
Mhm. But uh, there is no distress for the soul. So what
Mhm.
is the given that those processes are also illusory?
Mhm.
So what is the only thing which can bring you back to happiness is you just have to realize your identity.
Mhm.
What is that identity? That I am servant of Krishna. That happens by what? Hearing Krishna Katha.
Mhm.
When you hear Krishna Katha, then you come back to your real identity. That is, I'm servant of Krishna.
Mhm.
So even though you say I'm suffering, this world is suffering, actually the soul doesn't experience suffering. It is
Mhm.
the core principle of Vedanta philosophy.
Mhm.
So Narada explains the Vedanta philosophy by saying that, O king, your suffering is also not suffering, your
Mhm.
enjoyment is also not enjoyment. So neither try to enjoy, nor try to get rid of suffering, because the soul has nothing to do with neither suffering nor enjoyment.
Mhm.
Get back to the state of Krishna consciousness,
Mhm.
original state of Krishna consciousness by hearing Harikatha.
Mhm.
So that is the essence.
So, is this why all these great devotees, whether Prahlada, Pandavas, Kunti Maharani, externally it seems like they're going through a lot of distress, but internally they are in a constant state of joy? Is that because they are deeply rooted in their identity and they're constantly in service to the Lord?
Yes. Externally, there is a lot of suffering.
Mhm.
Hmm. Sometimes externally, there are a lot of enjoyment.
Yeah.
So for them, neither suffering is suffering nor enjoyment is enjoyment.
Mm.
Where soul has nothing to do with the sufferings of this world nor the enjoyment of this world.
Mm. Okay. It would be wonderful to get to that state. So, Maharaj, jumping to the 80th verse here, Maitreya Uvacha Bhagavata Mukhyo Bhagavan Naradoham Sayorgatim Pradarshya Hyamum Amantriya Siddhalokam Tatogamat. The great sage Maitreya continued, the supreme devotee, the great saint Narada, thus explained to King Prachina Barhi the constitutional position of the supreme personality of Godhead and the living entity. After giving an invitation to the king, Narada Muni left to return to Siddhaloka. So, Maharaj, time and again we see these wonderful teachers, whether it is Narad Muni or Shukadeva Goswami, they do their duty perfectly. Duty in the sense they glorify the Lord, they give all the instructions they have to, but they don't necessarily wait until the disciple has to leave. They finish their business and they're gone. Like Shukadeva Goswami did not wait until that snake bird came and bit Parikshit Maharaj. He left. So why are they like this? They do their thing and they are gone.
Yeah, they have done their job. Like if somebody invites you for prasad and you take prasad and you stop prasad and you're over. So they had to find somebody else, some other disciple where they can deliver them.
Yeah.
So what will they do?
Mm.
They're very renounced.
Yeah.
The disciple should be attached to Guru, but the Guru should not be attached to disciple.
Wow, that is profound.
Because the nature of material nature is like that.
Mm.
So attachment is the cause of bondage and the cause of liberation.
Mm.
So for a disciple, attachment to the spiritual master is the cause of liberation. And the attachment of the Guru to the disciple is the cause of bondage for the Guru.
Whoa, that is something. Mm.
Because the Guru thinks he's my disciple and my, then gone.
Mm.
So Saeva Sadhushu Kruto, Mokshadvara Pavritam.
Mm.
Kapil Devati Samvad. Kapila tells Devayuti.
Mm.
What does he say? He says that Prasangam Majaram Bhasham Atmanak Kavayo Viduhu Saeva Sadhushu Kruto Mokshadvara Pavritam. So attachment to the modes of nature is the cause of bondage. The same attachment to a sadhu is the cause of liberation.
Mm.
Jasi Kardama.
Mm.
Son is born. Krishna himself is born in his house,
Yes.
but he left.
Yeah.
And a perfect example of understanding is by Kunti herself.
Mm.
She says that Sneha Pasimam Chindi Dridam Pandushu Vrishnishu
Mm.
Tvaime Ananya Vishaya Matir Madhupate Sukrit. So somebody may say Kunti's sons are Pandavas. They are great devotees.
Mm.
Why is she saying that my attachment to the Pandavas, great devotee, should be cut?
Mm.
Because when she sees Pandava, she is not seeing them as devotees. She says, I'm seeing them as my sons.
Mm. Mm.
So you cut that attachment that these are my sons.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
Even Krishna, after speaking the entire Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, what did he say? Yatha ichchati tatha kuru. I did my job.
Correct.
So a guru is not supposed to get into the karma of the disciple. He should get the disciple out of karma.
Mm. Wow.
You get too much entangled in the karma of the disciple, then it is very dangerous for both.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, so many
So you should
brilliant.
have sentiments, but you should not be sentimental.
Yeah.
Like a doctor, he should have compassion to cure the disease, but it should not happen that he falls sick because of the patient.
Very nicely said. Yeah. Wow. So many brilliant one-liners in that answer, Maharaj. I think you still want to continue. Go.
I recently met one devotee
Uh-huh.
who, uh, who had some severe psychological problems.
Okay.
So I just saw his chart and it showed that basically he doesn't have it, but he got it
Mm.
because he is trying to help somebody who is having some psychological problem.
Oh, wow.
Then it so happened that that person whom he was helping, that person was trying to counsel him
Oh, no.
because he got it into he got it into his
Mm,
problem. He took his problem and fine.
mm, mm.
It's all
Dangerous.
because of attachment.
Mm, mm. Wow. Okay. Very nice, Maharaj. Wonderful answer. 82nd verse here. Having undergone austerities and penances at Kapilashrama, King Prachina Barhi attained full liberation from all material designations. He constantly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord and attained a spiritual position qualitatively equal to that of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Jai, Prachina Barhi is liberated. So, what is the destination, Maharaj? What is he attained here? Did he go back home, back to Godhead?
Yeah, he got Sarupya Mukti.
Okay.
Muktya tu Samyatam Agat. Samyatam Agat. That means he got Sarupya. He went to Vaikunta, he got the same form of Lord.
Mm.
There is Sarupya, Samipya, Srashti, like that. He got Sarupya Mukti because
Okay.
uh, of his devotion to Govinda.
Mm.
Govinda Charanambuja Mukta Sango Mukta Sango no Bhajan. Because of his constant worshipping of Anubhajan,
Mm.
Mukunda Charanam, he attains Sarupya Mukti.
Mm. Hats off to Narad Muni. I mean, he is just amazing. His preacher, that the graph that he has, like he is just, he meets wherever an unborn baby in the womb to 5-year-old child to Vyasa Maharshi, literary genius, to anybody who he meets. He has this knack of preaching so well. Hats off to him. If you can glorify Narad Muni a little bit, Maharaj, what an amazing preacher. He's so, so inspiring.
Yes, Narada is our guru,
Mhm.
not only for devotional service, but also guru for how to preach devotional service.
Yes.
And he is so expert that he can deal with anybody in any circumstance, any situation, and then preach Krishna consciousness.
Mm.
And for that, he is present at the right time, at the right place.
Correct.
Right time, right place.
Yes.
And he appears there and then does his job and then goes to another place. Right time, right place is there.
Mm.
So you should learn from Narada Muni to be present at the right time in the right place, to do the right thing, that is preaching Krishna consciousness.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know about being in the right place at the right time. We don't have his ability to move on everywhere, but right method is what inspires me the most. His way of adjusting, adapting his method, how he preaches.
Adaptability.
Hmm. Yeah.
Just imagine, I always glorify Narada Muni.
Uh-huh.
When Dhruva came to meet Narada, Dhruva met Narada.
Yeah.
At that time, Narada Muni told, you're a small kid, why don't you go back? We'll be satisfied.
Mm.
And Dhruva told him, this pravachan is not for me. It can be with somebody who is a weak person, Brahmana. I am coming here to get a kingdom. If
Yeah.
you tell me the methodology of getting it in me, it's fine. Otherwise, get lost. That was the
Mm. Yes.
intention. Spoke.
Yeah.
But in spite of that, he did not feel bad. He made
Correct.
that
Yeah.
and
Yes.
delivered.
Yes.
it is not just a method and a technique or anything, but he was. Otherwise, any guru would think, what is this? You're adamant child. Narada could recognize that adamancy of Dhruva Maharaj can be used in.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing one.
That's the most appealing thing to me in Narada's preaching, especially to Dhruva, that pastime, that particular thing. It is not very, very evidently spoken, explicitly spoken, but he could see this quality in Dhruva. And good, you're adamant now. I'll use your adamancy in Krishna service.
Wow. Amazing, Maharaj. That really made my day. That's such an aha moment. Thank you so nicely for bringing it out. So, Maharaj, this end of chapter 29. So, Falashruti, I really like this Falashruti. So, my dear Vidura, one who hears this narration concerning the understanding of the living entity's spiritual existence as described by the great sage Narada, or who relates it to others, will be liberated from the bodily conception of life. This narration spoken by the great sage Narada is full of transcendental fame of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, this narration, when described, certainly sanctifies this material world. It purifies the heart of the living entity and helps him attain his spiritual identity. One who relates this transcendental narration will be liberated from all material bondage and will no longer have to wander within this material world. The allegory of King Puranjana described herein, according to authority, was heard by me from my spiritual master, and it is full of spiritual knowledge. If one can understand the purpose of this allegory, he will certainly be relieved from the bodily conception and will clearly understand life after death. Although one may not understand what transmigration of the soul actually is, one can fully understand it by studying this narration. So, Maharaj, recently you gave a very nice class on Falashruti. So, if you can just shine some light on this Falashruti specifically, what is given here?
Falashruti, Shruti Phala means what is the result of hearing. So, Maitreya, Vidura Samvad, almost is getting over now. Only 2 more chapters are there. Vidura Maitreya Samvad, 3rd canto and 4th canto.
Okay.
Now Maitreya is telling Vidura. Somebody may say it's only allegorical story, it's not Krishna Katha. There is no anything spoken by a devotee, even it is an allegorical story, has the same effect of Krishna Katha. Allegorical story means examples.
Yes.
So it seems to be some example, some story, but it is spoken by whom? Narada. So pure devotees, when they speak, don't think that they are not Krishna. And that is why he says, Etan Mukunda Yashasa Bhuvanam Punanam. So now in the 83rd verse he says it is Etad Adhyatma Paroksham Geetam. Paroksham, it is allegorical story. Immediately he says it is Mukunda Yashasa. It is Mukunda Yasha. If you see the entire story, you don't find there is Mukunda Yasha there, but it is. And Bhuvanam Punanam, it is purifying to the entire world. Why? You may say why it is so. It is a allegorical story. It's not Mukundesha. Devarashi Vargya Mukha Nishritam. Because it is coming from the mouth of Narada, Devarshi Narada. It is Atma Socham. Yaha Kirtyamanam Adhigachati Parameshtyam. Na Asmin Bhave Brahmanti Mukta Samastabandha. So one can get out of all the bondage. And then ultimately he says that my spiritual master had told me this thing. I've studied this story very nicely. Mm. And now, by doing so, I myself got liberated. In this way, Maitreya, he says that I'm telling it out of my experience. It is not just Shruti Phala that I'm theoretically saying. I experienced it.
Yes.
And we can get anything by hearing this story.
Yes.
Parameshtyam, yes, position as well as getting out of this material world.
Too good, Maharaj. So that closes the loop of Narada Prachina Barhi allegorical story, one thing. And now transitioning into the 30th chapter where Vidura Mahatma is bringing the attention back to the activities of the Prachetas. So we left them there after Rudra Gita in the ocean. So we will see what they are doing. So 30th chapter, 4th verse. Dashavarsha sahasrante purushastu sanatanaha tesham avira bhutkrachram shantena shamayan rucha. At the end of 10,000 years of severe austerities performed by the Prachetas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to reward their austerities, appeared before them in his very pleasing form. This appealed to the Prachetas and satisfied the labor of their austerities. So Maharaj, 10,000 years, they performed austerities in the water altogether, 10 brothers. And now in the next two to three verses, very visual description of the Lord is given, which I'm going to skip. And I'm going to jump to the 8th verse here, where the Lord starts to speak. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Varam Vrinidvam Bhadram Vo Yuyam Me Nrupanandanaha Sauhardena Pratagdharma Stushtoham Sauhradena Vaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear sons of the King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me. So, Maharaj, it is super interesting that the Lord, after appearing, the very first thing he is highlighting, what actually pleased him, is not necessarily the austerities, the long duration of 10,000 years, and all that. But he's saying, I'm very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. So, why is this quality so pleasing to the Lord? In fact, Srila Prabhupada also said, Your love for me will be shown by how nicely you all will cooperate after I leave. So, why is this quality of cooperation, mutual friendship, very pleasing to the Lord and the spiritual master?
This is the most famous verse of my spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Gopal Swami Maharaj.
Jai.
Yes. He spoke a number of times on this verse. And I was contemplating why he speaks on this verse so much. The reason is Srila Prabhupada's last instruction is to cooperate. And at the helm of affairs of ISKCON, the first and the foremost duty of the GBC, in one sense, is GBC practically more than half the world. So it is important that the devotees, they cooperate each other. Cooperate. And one word, one line he had told me. I always quote this many places, which has become the principle of my managerial advisors, is that you can be friends with still having difference of opinion.
Yes.
You can be friends. You may have difference of opinion, but still you can be friends. What is your problem? Just because you don't like his opinion, that doesn't mean you should not like him. Difference in opinion, what we can do? It's not that everybody is of the same opinion and the same nature. It's not sarvam kalvidam brahma, never this. Everybody has their own opinion, their own way of doing things, but still friends, no problem. Only such a person can manage. Otherwise, very difficult to manage. Just because he has a different opinion and she has a different opinion, and not thinking that that person is my enemy, I don't like him, I don't want. So then, God,
Mm.
you may not be part of their whole project or something like that. Okay, that person is different, but still be friends. What is the problem? Because both are doing something for Krishna.
Mm.
So that is called friendship.
Mm. Mm.
Somebody told me, what is the meaning of cooperation?
Mm.
Is it that we need to give up our own projects and then go and involve in somebody's project and help them? I told
Mm.
no. Cooperation means minimum is that you don't criticize other person.
Mm.
Appreciate what that person is doing for Krishna. That's all.
Mm.
That's itself is a big cooperation.
Mm. Mm.
Some help, whatever you can do, we can find.
Yeah.
And be friends. What is the problem?
Mm. So, what is that one thing that can keep the unity within diversity? Like you were talking about differences of opinion, you can still be friends. So, what is that one thing that's going to keep everybody bound together?
They're all chanting Hare Krishna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's saying that he's also accepting Krishna as God, and you're also accepting Krishna as God. And that person is trying out by his own ways and means to serve Krishna. You're also trying out ways and means, your own ways and means to serve Krishna. That's
Mm-hmm.
all. Be
Mm-hmm.
friend. Be friendly. Why hatred?
Yeah. Mm. Beautiful. So, Maharaj, next verse. Were you going to say something more, Maharaj, on this? Okay. So, ninth verse here. The Lord continued, those who remember you every evening of every day will become friendly with their brothers and with all other living entities. So, this is very nice what the Lord is saying here. Simply by remembering Prachetas every evening of every day, we can develop the very same quality that they had, the friendship. So similarly, Maharaj, I just wanted you to expound on this. This whole Bhagavatam is so beautiful, filled with so many wonderful devotees of all different gradations, different moods, different situations. So unlike other novels, Harry Potter or whatever, so many, they also have characters. Here also there are, I should not even call characters, these are living personalities. But Bhagavatam, I feel the potency of the personalities who come in Bhagavatam simply by meditating, simply by reading and hearing about them. I think just by Shravanam, we will imbibe those qualities. This is a living text. These characters are very much living, isn't it, Maharaj?
So these pastimes and these prayers
Mm-hmm.
has a potency.
Mm-hmm.
The devotional potency, what are the rasa or the relationship or the bliss experienced by the devotee in their hearts, that is there in these prayers. That is there in these verses.
Mm-hmm.
And now Krishna is telling
Mm-hmm.
whatever desire a devotee has,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'll give them. Whatever desire, all desires are fulfilled by me. To whom? Whoever morning and evening with great attention glorify me, just here, glorify me
Mm-hmm.
by the song written by Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
Pratah, Pratah Samahitaha Rudragitena means the song sung by Rudra.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the song sung by Sri Krishna? Mam Suvan, Mam Suvanti, which is glorifying me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else is required? The
Yes.
whole Shaivas, they should hear this thing and say, the song sung by Krishna glorify me.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody does it,
Mm-hmm.
I will fulfill their desire.
Mm-hmm.
Dasye prajnam cha shobhanam. Dasya means I'll give. Prajnam cha shodhanam. Prajnam, I'll give wisdom, knowledge, and shobhanam. What kind of prajna I'll give you? Great prajna, spiritual knowledge and
Mm.
material prosperity. Both you will get.
Mm.
So maybe I should do this thing. Morning and evening. Putra Gita. Teachers require both. Lot of money, lot of wisdom, both are required.
Mm. I like slowly the way you said it. Maybe I should do this. So, Maharaj, I'm jumping to the 12th and 13th verses here. Bhavita Vishrutav Putro Navamo Brahmano Gunaihi Ya Etam Atma Viryena Trilokim Purayishyati. You will have a nice son who will be in no way inferior to Lord Brahma. Consequently, he will be very famous all over the universe, and the sons and grandsons generated by him will fill the three worlds. O sons of King Prachina Barhishat, the heavenly society girl named Pramlocha kept the lotus-eyed daughter of Kandu in the care of the forest trees. Then she went back to the heavenly planet. This daughter was born by the coupling of the Apsara named Pramlocha with the sage Kandu. Thereafter, the child who was left to the care of the trees began to cry in hunger. At that time, the king of the forest, namely the king of the moon planet, Soma, out of compassion, placed his finger, which poured forth nectar within the child's mouth. Thus, the child was raised by the mercy of the king of the moon. Since all of you are very much obedient to my orders, I ask you to immediately marry that girl who is so well qualified with beauty and good qualities, according to the order of your father. Create progeny through her. So, Maharaj, why is this time and again, when the Lord comes, when he came for Dhruva, when he came to Prutu, why he gives them a glimpse into the future? This is what will happen. Even for Kardama, he said on 10th day, Swayambhuva Manu will come with his wife. He will bring his daughter, then you marry. Why he gives a futuristic glimpse to them?
Because he doesn't want his devotees
Mm-hmm.
to reject something considering to be material.
Mm-hmm.
When the material opulence is given, he has a fear that my devotee may reject it considering to be material.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually my wish that he should accept this opulence, he should accept her as a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Because he wants to use the devotees for establishing something wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of that he predicts that it's going to happen, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen. Don't reject it.
Mm-hmm.
It is destined, you are destined for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's my wish that you should accept it.
Okay. Mm.
That is the reason.
Okay. Okay.
Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami,
Mm-hmm.
your body is a sadhana, bahusadhya. I want to accomplish so many things through your body.
Mm.
Whatever comes in life, you have to accept it as Krishna Prasad
Mm.
and use it in Krishna's service because that's Krishna's plan. That is why you got it.
Mm. Mm. Yes. Just taking that a step further, Maharaj, I'll quote the 17th shloka translation here. The Lord then blessed all the Prachetas, saying, my dear princess, by my mercy you can enjoy all the facilities of this world as well as the heavenly world. Indeed, you can enjoy all of them without hindrance and with full strength for 1 million celestial years. And then thereafter, you will develop unadulterated devotional service unto me and be freed from all material contamination. At that time, being completely unattached to material enjoyment in the so called heavenly planets as well as in hellish planets, you will return home back to Godhead. So, Maharaj, you kind of touched upon this in your earlier answer. So, in Dhruva Maharaj's case also, he said, no, 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 I don't want, don't give me all this. He's like, no, you will enjoy. for a really long time, and then you'll come to Dhruvaloka. So here also the Lord himself is telling you will enjoy for 1 million celestial years. So one thing is, when does Krishna impose enjoyment and when does Krishna withdraw enjoyment? For many people who want to enjoy, Krishna creates so many hindrances. And here these devotees are telling, we don't want to enjoy, we come back to you. He is telling, no, you enjoy without hindrance. And for other people, if they enjoy, this is the second thing. If they enjoy, contamination is coming. But for these devotees, he is telling, you enjoy and then you'll become freed from all material contamination. What is this contradiction? People who want, he is not giving. People who don't want, he is telling you take.
One man's medicine is other man's poison.
Mm.
It is not that it's medicine for somebody. Oh, it's medicine for you. I also take the same medicine.
Yeah.
But it's poison for you.
Mm.
There is a very preliminary understanding of this subject.
Mhm.
There may be something which is required for a person to progress in devotion, which is like a medicine for that person.
Mm.
But the same thing is not is a poison for that person. For example, you have an brahmachari.
Mm.
Now, to associate with women is poison for him.
Mhm.
But there's another boy. For him to getting married is actually medicine for
Mm.
him. So, yoga kshema mahamyam. Krishna is always thinking of yoga and kshema. Whatever is required for the practice of devotional service, Krishna provides. They have to accept it.
Mm.
Harishve taddanam shanehi yasyaham anugrahami. By my whenever I show a special mercy, then I give away the material opulences. Harishve taddanam. Then yes, you have the mercy, you get all this enjoyment.
Mm.
So when Krishna says, my mercy will enjoy, what does that mean? Let's focus on that part.
Mm.
Because that's very controversial, because enjoyment. Same Krishna says, my mercy will enjoy. For that, we have to go to Bhagavatam,
Uh-huh.
63rd verse, second chapter. 64th. Yeah. 62, 64,
Yeah, Raga
64th.
Dvesha. Mhm.
Ragadveshotestu Vishayanindriyascharan Atma Shilya Atma Prasadam Jigachati. There he uses the word mercy. What is it? Mercy. And then immediately the next verse is Prasad Dukkhana. What is it? What is the meaning of mercy there? Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan clearly says, mercy, prasada here means that in spite of my devotee engaged in sense enjoyment, he is not affected by it. That by Krishna's mercy.
Oh. Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada, he, in the purport, in the last line,
Uh-huh.
he says, very interesting point, very bewildering line.
Mm.
He says that this consciousness is the causeless mercy of the Lord, which the devotee can achieve in spite of being attached to the sensual platform. In spite of being attached to the sensual platform, he is not affected by it. This consciousness is my mercy.
Wow.
Like Dhruva Maharaj, the Prachetas,
Mm.
you find them to be sense enjoy, but they are not affected.
Mm. Mm.
Yesterday we had Pundrik Vidyanidhi's
Ah.
appearance.
Mhm.
When Gadadhar Pandit was sent by Mukunda, because Gadadhar Pandit came and said, I want to take here Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent to Pundrik Vidyanidhi. Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani Amsha.
Mm.
Pundrik Vidyanidhi lying down and lot of Dasi is holding the silver bowls and he's chewing pan and having some nice, wonderful hair. Somebody's grooming him, putting oil, and luxurious life, beyond luxury actually.
Mm.
And what is this? Dudar thought like that. Then Mukunda, he knew. Then he sang a few verses from the Bhagavatam, Oh Bhakiyam. Then when he sang, then Pundrik Vidyanagi, his bodily ecstatic manifestations manifested in the body. And he was jumping and rolling on the floor. He was in ecstasy. Then he understood that who is he.
Mm.
Don't judge a devotee by his material.
Mm.
Oh, he's having a very expensive car. No, she's wearing such expensive saree. Oh, this devotee is always traveling in flight.
Mm.
Don't judge.
Mm.
These are all like external. Ye ho bahya.
Mm.
That's the
Very deep, very nice, Maharaj. Beautiful. So, Maharaj, next, so they follow the instruction. So I'm just going to go to the 16th verse here. I think anybody went there. Just one second. So, Maharaj, based on the instruction of the Lord, these Prachetas, they marry Marisha. So here the Lord is telling, let me just go back. I'll actually quote the exact verse here, 16th verse. Yeah. You brothers are all of the same nature, being devotees and obedient sons of your father. Similarly, that girl is also of the same type and is dedicated to all of you. Thus, both the girl and you, the sons of Prachina Barhishat, are on the same platform, being united on a common principle. So this it's a very rare thing, especially Kshatriyas. One king having multiple wives is a common thing that we see. But however, one girl marrying multiple men, this is a very unusual thing. Of course, we see that in exceptional cases like Draupadi. So if you can elaborate a little bit on this, one girl, Marisha, marrying 10 brothers, and the Lord Himself is telling you marry her because all of you have like-minded nature. So can you please elaborate a little on this?
This word marry is a problem
Why?
because the word marry comes from the word marriage.
Mm.
Marriage means a contract between a man and a woman,
Mhm.
a boy and a girl. So you have a contract. So what is contract? I give you enjoyment, you give enjoyment. When we feel that I'm not receiving enough enjoyment from you or something like that, then we break the contract and find somebody else whom we can enjoy and whom we can give enjoyment.
That is so blunt.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's called divorce.
Yeah.
It's a contract.
Mhm.
So nothing to, and it's very normal. When they don't feel bad that getting
Mhm.
divorced, fine. It's like a contract. Company do two people partner, life partner,
Mhm.
the better half. All these are crazy terms. Life partner.
Mhm.
Partner means you want to partnership. So there is a partnership deed, and in that there is a clause of separation.
Mhm.
Before they go for partnership, in the partnership deed itself, there is at the end is a clause of separation. Who takes
Yes.
how much property, who takes it's all there.
Mhm.
So, but this is vivaha.
Mhm.
Vivaha means protection. The uh, the bridegroom, whom
Mhm.
you say bridegroom,
Mhm.
that is man, he takes the responsibility of protecting the wife, and the wife takes the responsibility of serving.
Mhm. Okay.
So that's the combination.
Mhm.
Now, to protect, like I'm in this society here. Uh, to protect this society, night time I heard Gurkha was going on beating top and then blowing the whistle. which I shared in my childhood. In small towns, it was like that, and how in Mumbai and all, you hear so security and all. I was just reading my childhood. Night, you blizzard, and so one person is enough to give security for all the society who are what 1,000 people are staying. But 1,000 people are required to give security to one prime minister. I think you have got the point.
Yes.
So the more the important person, the more the person is powerful, the more security guards are required. Draupadi came from fire. She is so powerful that one person is not enough to give her security.
Wow.
That is why I require 5.
Okay.
So even in this world also, the more the powerful that lady is, you require, she may have only one husband, but you require many men to protect her. The more powerful the person, the more powerful persons are required. That is what Janaka, he had a problem. He saw Sita going inside the room, opening that box, and take one bow with her hand, and then went out, and then the tree ball was stuck up. She just put that to the bow, put the down, went back, and put the bow inside the box. Janaka saw this, then he had heart attack to protect her because she's so powerful, and only a person who can at least lift the bow, protect her. But more powerful than the wife, isn't it? Otherwise, how will he protect? So now the 10 Prachetas are required to protect this one girl. That's the reason.
It's very,
the concept.
It's very interesting, Maharaj.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Without digressing, in spite of Draupadi having 5 men, and what men, all the Pancha Pandavas, so powerful each in their own way, but still during that disrobing episode in the Kuru Sabha, none of them could come to her security. Ultimately, Govinda only gave the security. So Maharaj, going forward, so there is a theme here. We have touched upon this earlier also. So even until now, every single time these devotees pray, Dhruva is praying, Prithu Maharaj prayed, Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva was glorified. Everybody is repeatedly asking, we want association of your devotees, association of your devotees, and no prizes for guessing. So same thing, Prachetas also. Here they're also praying. The only thing, because the Lord said, you ask what benediction you want. So they are saying that, yes, we want a benediction, and that is that we want association of your devotees. Because repeatedly they're also asking this, I'm also repeatedly asking this question. If you can again glorify the invaluable nature, the priceless nature of the association with the Lord's devotees.
Because devotion nourishes, not only nourishes, is born by association of devotees, nourished by association of devotees. That is why Bhakta Sangha Krishna Katha. The only desire should be that I need association. In association of devotees, I need to hear Krishna Katha. Because in association of devotees, Krishna Katha becomes more relatable. And that is the reason every devotee just prays that I want association of devotees, association of devotees.
How to actually, not to sound selfish, but how to make the most of devotee association, because devotee association, we just loosely use this, just physically being or even virtually being in a sangha. But how can you actually get the maximum out of that association?
Tatham prasanga maviri samvidaha. The whole purpose of prasanga should be maviri samvidaha, to hear the glories of Krishna. Either hear the glories of Krishna, speak the glories of Krishna, or you discuss about how to serve Krishna. That's the only subject, which is their association, devotees, association. Association means to hear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
from devotees,
Mm-hmm.
or to speak to devotees about Krishna, or discuss about Krishna, how to serve Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
That is very nicely described by Rupa Goswami in that association, six exchanges of loving us exchanges. Dadati, pratigandhati, kushyamakyadi pritchati, te bhujete chaiva shadvida priti lakshanam.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So Maharaj taking the story forward, so the Lord grants them the benediction and the Lord takes leave. So thereafter, I'm on 44th verse here. Thereafter, all the Prachetas emerged from the waters of the sea. They then saw that all the trees on land had grown very tall, as if to obstruct the path to the heavenly planets. These trees had covered the entire surface of the world. At this time, the Prachetas became very angry. How come just now they had darshan of the Lord and they get angry at the tall trees?
So, Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Buddhina Bhujive. Very difficult to understand. That shows that even somebody very exalted can become angry, and there's dosha in that. Just because somebody has become angry, that doesn't mean that they are somebody who is another, not they have fallen down or something like that.
Mhm.
So by the will of the Lord, certain times it happens. Like
Mhm.
Brahma running behind his own daughter. These are all not to be taken so seriously.
Mhm. Okay.
Because they thought, oh, all these trees are obstructing, the cause of obstruction. So they became angry.
Mm. Okay. So as we see every time in Dhruva Maharaj's case with Yaksha, Swayambhuva Manu intervened. Janamejaya's case, I don't know who intervened, but there also somebody, some great personality came and stopped him. And here also we see Lord Brahma is intervening. So he's a very good resolver. So Brahma is telling that no, no, no. And he resolved it by saying that you accept this girl Marisha as your wife. Very nicely he resolved. So if you can throw some light on superiors intervening at the right time and strategically dissolving the problem, so-called problem.
The conflict resolution is the
Yes.
prime responsibility of a leader, and whole life he spends in that only, resolving conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
Brahma is a Pitamaha, so he's supposed to come and resolve conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he should come and administrate.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point is that somebody has to show compassion on Daksha.
Ah,
So
okay.
Daksha is going to be one.
Yes.
It is the plan of Krishna to deliver Daksha.
Mm-hmm.
All these things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
So Marisha is a daughter of the Vanakanyas, or the Vana Devatas.
Mm-hmm.
So these trees were taking care, nourishing this Marisha.
Mm-hmm.
Marisha got married to Pracheta. And Daksha, who was a Brahmana, now he became a Kshatriya in the next birth because he offended Lord Shiva. He got this birth from the womb of Marisha.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Now, earlier, Daksha was just born directly from Brahma.
mm,
But now he had to suffer
mm,
being in the womb of a mother and then come out.
okay. So, Maharaj, can you enlighten us on what was the time span between Daksha's first birth? Like you said, he was born from Brahma as a Prajapati, and now this birth, how much time has passed? He seems to have performed a lot of
A lot of
austerities.
time it was in Swayambhu Manu
Mm,
when he was born directly from Brahma.
mm-hmm,
And then the previous Manu,
mm-hmm.
that is which Manu? Chakshusha, Manvantara.
Chakshusha Manvantara, yeah.
And that is the time Daksha was reborn.
Mm-hmm.
So first he was killed by Veerabhadra.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, over a period of time, he gave up his body and again was born.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was born in Swayambhu Manu at that time. And then he had to perform austerities for many manvantras, fifth manvantara.
Wow.
In the
Mm-hmm.
sixth manvantara is the time when he was born because he did austerities, he got the fruit in the sixth manvantara.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time. 5 manvantaras he did austerity. Okay.
Mm.
So it's interesting. This whole fourth canto started with Daksha Prajapati, and he again appeared towards the end of fourth canto. So curious to see what's going to happen in this next episode. I mean, next birth, second birth. So Maharaj, now getting into this last chapter of fourth canto, 31st chapter. So we see that Prachetas, as per the instructions of the Lord, they lived a very exemplary householder life, and then they renounced everything. And I'm jumping to the third verse of 31st chapter here. After practicing the yogasana for mystic yoga, the Prachetas managed to control their life air, mind, words, and external vision. Thus, by the pranayama process, they were completely relieved of material attachment. By remaining perpendicular, they could concentrate their minds on the uppermost Brahman. While they were practicing this pranayama, the great sage Narada, who is worshipped both by demons and by demigods, came to see them. So, like you said earlier, Narada comes at the right place at the right time. So, he again appears here. And so now just go to fifth verse here. Prachetas uchuhu. So Prachetas are speaking. All the Prachetas began to address the great sage Narada. O great sage, O Brahmana, we hope you met with no disturbances while coming here. It is due to our great fortune that we are now able to see you. By the traveling of the sun, people are relieved from the fear of the darkness of night, a fear brought about by thieves and rogues. Similarly, your traveling is like the sun's, for you drive away all kinds of fear. So Maharaj here, Prachetas are so fortunate. They had darshan of Lord Shiva, they heard Rudra Gita, they had darshan of the Supreme Lord, and now they are having darshan of Narad Muni also. And now they are going to say that, oh Master, may we inform you that because of your being overly attached to family affairs, we almost forgot the instructions we received from Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. Dear Master, kindly enlighten us in transcendental knowledge, which may act as a torchlight by which we may cross the dark nescines of material existence. So, Maharaj, did they really forget the instructions given by Shiva and Lord Vishnu, or are they just for the benefit of all of us? They are saying like this, and they are requesting Narad Muni to enlighten them on the Atmajnana.
It's humility.
Okay.
Like Parikshit Maharaj asking question to Sukadeva Goswami.
Uh-huh.
When Agasura Vada happened, Parikshit Maharaj told Sukadeva Goswami, how is it that past time which happened in Kaumaravastha were told by the Gvalabals in the Paugandavastha
Yeah.
as it happened
Mm.
Tat Kalinam, it happened today itself.
Mm.
The past time of killing Agasura happened a year back.
Mm.
But the Gvalabals went and told their parents the past time as if it happened today. After 1 year they told us.
Yes.
Then Sukadeva Goswami, he goes to trance because he remembered Brahma Mohan Leela.
Mm.
And then Ram Sankirtan happened, he opened his eyes, then he told Parikshit that you are Bhagavatottama.
Mm.
It is not that you don't know, Toya
Mm.
Bhagavatottama, because in Nutana Seshasya,
Mm.
Shrinvannapi Katam, in spite of you have you heard this past time many times, but you still have a desire to hear again and again.
Mm.
And when you hear again, as if you see, you speak, you hear as if it is you're doing for the first time.
Mm.
So it is the humility of a devotee expresses. I don't know. Please explain.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So, Maharaj, in the interest of time, I'm not getting into all the details, the instructions given by Narad Muni. So, again, like you do always, essentially, can you tell us what is he sharing here to Prachetas about Atmajnana?
Again, the same instructions what Narada gave to Prachina Bharhi,
Mm-hmm.
he repeats
Okay.
to the Prachetas,
Mm-hmm.
talking about the nature of the soul. That is, that the soul is not the doer. So one should give up this ahankara, aham karta, ahankaranatma karta amiti vanyate. Then is it that I should not do anything? Yes, you should do. How? You should do thinking oneself as a servant of Krishna. That I'm doing that because Krishna is giving me the strength. And why I should do for pleasing Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So Narada, he talks about the entire thing by saying that uh, you should show the lakshanas of a self-realized soul that whatever comes from God, you should accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now meditate on the Supreme Lord, being undisturbed by what you get and what you don't get.
Mm.
And realizing that Krishna is a dependent on his devotees. The nature of Krishna.
Mm.
Na bhajati nijavritya varga tantraha. So Narada concludes this nature of the Supreme Lord. We become completely amazed. The Supreme Lord who controls the entire world is dependent on his devotees.
Mm.
Why? Because of the nature of, that is the nature of prema, nature of love, which the devotees have. So instead of getting bewildered by the modes of nature, you should be bewildered by the nature of Krishna.
Mm.
That's how he concludes.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay, we'll see right after that what happened. Maitreya Uvacha, 23rd verse. Iti prachetaso rajan anyascha bhagavat kataha shravayitva brahmalokam yayo swayam bhuvo munihi. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear King Vidura, Sri Narada Muni, the son of Lord Brahma, thus described all these relationships with the Supreme Personality of Godhead to the Prachetas. Afterward, he returned to Brahmaloka. So Narad Muni went to Brahmaloka. We'll see what happened to Prachetas. Hearing from Narada's mouth the glories of the Lord, which vanquish all the ill fortune of the world, the Prachetas also became attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meditating on his lotus feet, they advanced to the ultimate destination. So Maharaj, Pracheta's father, Prachina Barhishat, you said he attained Sarupya Mukti. So here it is said Prachetas advanced to the ultimate destination. So what is the ultimate destination attained by the Prachetas, Maharaj?
The Prachetas, they also attained a great destination,
Mm-hmm.
the spiritual world.
Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Lord's abode, that is Salokya Mukti.
Mm. Okay.
Gatim Aishwaryam Apnuyat.
Mm.
They had long life, wealth, fame, good fortune, and ultimately they went to the spiritual world.
Okay.
This is actually for those people who hear the story of
Mm.
Prachetas.
Oh,
Just imagine,
yeah.
when somebody hears the story of Prachetas, when they go back home, back to Godhead,
Mm-hmm.
and what to speak of
Prachetas themselves.
Prachetas themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Mm.
Yes.
Nice. So, Maharaj, the fag end of this chapter here, Shukadeva Goswami continued, O best of kings, King Parikshit, I have now finished telling about the descendants of the first son of Swayambhuva Manu, Uttanapada. I shall now try to relate the activities of the descendants of Priyavrata, the second son of Swayambhuva Manu. Please hear them attentively. Although Maharaja Priyavrata received instructions from the great sage Narada, he still engaged in ruling the earth. After fully enjoying material possessions, he divided his property among his sons. He then attained a position by which he could return home back to Godhead. So Maharaj, seems like this is the nature of Bhagavatam. Sutta Goswami, Shukadeva Goswami, Maitreya Rishi, all these speakers, they have this repeated pattern in the sense that when they speak about a pastime, first they will give it in a nutshell. Like here, Priyavratas, just in 1-2 verses, quickly he's telling this. But then when the listener actually asks them to request them to elaborate, then they will get into this whole thing. Then several chapters will come on that. So anything that you can say about this method of storytelling, maybe quote unquote storytelling of the speakers of Bhagavatam?
It's a technique, how to
Hmm.
compress and how to expand.
Okay. Nice.
So that's a technique which has been used. They give a small introduction and then expand it.
Okay.
And the story will be within a story within a story.
Right.
That's how Panchatantra also talks about. Because there's no end to it. Every story should lead to another story.
Okay.
And within that story becomes another story. So it creates a world wide web.
Okay. Okay. As I'm getting to the 30th verse here, so the last 2 verses here, chapter 31, Canto 4. Shukadeva Goswami continued, Vidura thus offered obeisances unto the great sage Maitreya, and taking his permission, started for the city of Hastinapura to see his own kinsman, although he had no material desires. O king, those who hear these topics about kings who are completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead obtain without difficulty a long life, wealth, good reputation, good fortune, and ultimately the opportunity to return home back to Godhead. So Vidura is going back. We are going to miss him. This whole conversation was so nice. Third and fourth cantos, Vidura Maitreya Samvada.
Yeah, but it's the biggest samvada in the entire Bhagavatam. We had the entire third canto about Uddhava sending Vidura to Maitreya, remembering Krishna's pastimes, and Maitreya explaining the pastimes of Varahadev, many chapters. And then Kapila Deviti Samvada.
Yes.
Kadama getting married, Kapila Deviti Samvada. And the fourth canto with the four instructing pastimes. One is Taksha, Dhruva, Ritu, and Prachetas. And within that, you have Prachinabari, Puranjana.
Yes.
So very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice, Maharaj. Very in a nutshell, you gave a quick summary of all the 2 cantos, third and fourth cantos. So Maharaj, what is the key takeaway from this whole canto? By Krishna Prabhupada's mercy and your blessing, we have quote unquote come to the end of Canto 4. So what's the takeaway from this canto?
Practice pure devotional service. Otherwise, you'll get a goat head. Or inside of the bed, you have to stay for furthermore in this material world like Dhruva.
Yeah.
Or you'll be like Prutu. Of course, all are devotees, but
Yes.
ultimately, here and that pure devotional service, you get Shiva, Rudragi.
Beautiful. Very nice. So Maharaj, it's become like a theme. At the end of every canto, we have like an award giving ceremony. So we just stick to that whole canto, and we have like different categories of awards. And of course, you are the one who is going to give out those awards. So I have just 12 different award categories for just the fourth canto. So we have to strictly stick to this. And then I'm going to give you some nominees also for the award. I'll give you some 2, 3, 4 nominees for each award. So you pick who you want to give out the award to. So instead of starting with the best personality or something like that, I'll start with the best villain role. We'll start with the negative role. The stronger the villain, the stronger the hero's character. So the very first award category is Best Villain or Negative Role Award. You want to give for Daksha Prajapati for insulting, criticizing Shiva. You want to give it for Suruchi for speaking harsh words, piercing words to Dhruva. Or you want to give to Vena, who did all these atrocities we can't even imagine. Or you want to give to Indra, repeatedly coming and stealing Prutu's horse during Ashwamedha. Who are you giving this award? Best Villain Award.
Vena.
Okay, he takes the award home. At least he got something. Okay, second one. The most dramatic entrance, the way they entered, is it Veerabhadra with all his paraphernalia, the way he came to the sacrificial arena? Or is it Kalakanya, who's been haunting me for the last 2 weeks since I read about her? Or is it Prutu and Archi, the way they came from the churning of the body of Vena? Whose most dramatic entrance?
Yeah, because we are more interested in something transcendental. I give it to Prutu and Archi.
Okay. And by the way, I'm just giving you the nominations because you are the overarching. I mean, you can supersede this if you want. You can give your own personality also. So, just like most dramatic entrance, we'll see the most dramatic exit. Now, this is just exit back to Godhead. I have another category. Will not mix them up. So, most dramatic exit is this Sati, the way she self-immolated herself, or Puranjana, who became a woman, Vaidarbi, or the most dramatic exit, Suruchi and Uttam, the way they just one went in the forest fire, another got killed by Yaksha, or the Brahmanas killing Vena. Suddenly he vanished. So, whose is the most dramatic exit?
Sati.
Sati. Okay, good.
Yeah, we can make a movie.
Yeah, that is the whole thing. It'll be the best movie.
It will be a lot of photos in it. And that becomes the Grammy Award winner or something like that.
Absolutely. So the fourth award is the most tolerant award. Is it Lord Shiva who tolerated Daksha, or is it Suniti for tolerating her co-wife's insult towards her son? Suniti or Shiva?
See, tolerance means that you really felt bad and then you're tolerating it.
Mm.
So it's Lord Shiva, he did not even bother.
Okay. Okay. So Lord Shiva gets the tolerance award. Okay. Next one. Best conflict resolver award. So Brahma, who came for Prutu, he came for Shiva, he came for Prachetas. Repeatedly, he came and did the conflict resolution. And also Swayambhuva Manu came to resolve the conflict between Dhruva and Yaksha. So who takes the award home, Brahma or Swayambhuva Manu?
Both are equally good.
Oh, you're giving
They
to
share
both.
the prize. Yeah.
Anyway,
And son.
father and son, it's going to the same home. Okay. Next, best supporting character. Suniti, Archi, or Narad Muni?
Supporting character, Suniti. Because supporting means you can Archie a main character. No?
Oh, okay.
Narada is also main character.
Okay. Suniti, all right. So this whole Canto Maharaj, there were so many wonderful prayers. We thoroughly relished them. So, but who takes home the best prayer award? Dhruva Maharaj's prayers, Prutu Maharaj's prayers, who asked for millions of years, Rudra Gita, Lord Shiva. It's a song, but I'm considering it as prayer, or Prachetas prayers.
Yeah, from my perspective, Prithu Maharaj prayers are very, very much. Because all prayers are transcendental.
Yes, yes.
When you say, depending on the situation a person is in, depending on the situation, I would say it's more applicable, best for me.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Prithu Maharaj, nice. Okay, most courageous award. Who exhibited the most courage? Sati for confronting Daksha so fearlessly, Dhruva just being a 5-year-old boy and entering the forest just like that, or Prutu Maharaj chasing after Mother Earth in the form of the cow, no matter which nook and corner of the world she went, he chased after her. Who was the most courageous?
Prithu Maharaj.
Oh, okay.
Dhruva Maharaj had a desire to be fulfilled. And Sati was carried away with emotion.
Yeah.
And Prithu Maharaj is actually, when you say courage, it's more related to Kshatriya.
Okay, got it. Okay, nice. Okay, so Maharaj, the next greatest transformation award. They did something, but they transformed. Daksha after getting goat head. Suruchi after 6 months after Dhruva came back having darshan of the Lord. Or Prachina Barhishat transformed after hearing Puranjana story from Narad Muni.
Prachina Paris, that's transformation.
Yeah, nice, wonderful. Next, Persistence Award, without giving up, never give up award. Dhruva Maharaj, in spite of Narad Muni telling go home, he did not. Prithu Maharaj, 99 Ashwamedas, but he persisted, but after that he gave up because Brahma told him to. Or Prachetas, 10,000 years together in the ocean performing austerities.
Dhruva Maharaj.
Okay. Yes.
Because the resistance was from Dhruva only.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I want to do that.
Okay. So this is a very interesting category. Righteous Anger Award. So I don't know if all of them are righteous anger, but all of them got angry. I put them in the category. So Lord Shiva for creating Veerabhadra, Dhruva for going after Yakshas, or Prachetas going after all the trees.
You forgot to mention Sati.
Oh, okay, she was also angry. I will include her also.
That's
the best. Okay. So Sati takes home righteous anger. Okay. All right. Last Maharaj, going back home, back to Godhead award. Of course, going back to Godhead is only the award, but still. Dhruva Maharaj, Prutu and Archi, Prachetas, and I also wanted to include Puranjana here. So Vaidarbi also went back home, back to Godhead.
To be more relating, the thing which relates to me the most, or in general, what is the most, is Vaidharbi.
Okay. Okay, nice. I'm glad I included last thing. Okay. Nice. Beautiful, Maharaj. Any other category you want to give, Maharaj? Any award from your side special?
I'm waiting for Krishna to award me.
Okay. Perfect ending. Jai. Thank you so much, Maharaj. I never ever had dreamt that doing a podcast on Bhagavatam will be so transformative for me and also so much fun. So it's been really, the most relishable journey so far. And by Krishna Prabhupada's mercy and your continued blessings, I beg and hope and pray that this journey should continue like this only. And somebody recently sent me a message saying that how much they are relishing Bhagavatam, and they were saying that, oh, you should do this for Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So that was so energizing just to read that comment. So any parting words from you, Maharaj? It's been 4 cantos and we still have, 8 more cantos to go?
Yeah, start the 5th canto next week. That's the word. Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya.
Nice. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Grateful as always. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. Here we go. So, we are quote unquote wrapping up Canto 4. We can never really complete it, but so called complete. So, please go through and watch all these episodes. And like I said, perhaps this is the only podcast on Srimad Bhagavatam in the whole wide world. So, please do your part in sharing this Pariprashna playlist link with everybody that you know so they can also get connected. So, the whole 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita and the 4 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam are here. And next week, as Maharaj said, one step at a time. So we will come back in our 68th episode where we will continue to see the Swayambhuva Manu's lineage. So we have wrapped up Uttanapada's lineage, and next we will see Priyavrata Maharaj. So there is so much more in store. So don't go anywhere. See you next week. Until then, take care. And as always, stay Krishna conscious and stay inquisitive. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.